Chicas! Hey guys, welcome to our very first episode of It's for the Chicas. My name is Anaí.
I'm Giselle.
And we are your Chicas. Yay! Hi, welcome to our very first episode of It's for the Chicas. So for today's episode, we basically want to just be talking about introduce ourselves, how we met, how we decided to start the podcast. We want to talk about what we want the podcast to be for. And then we also just want to answer one of the most asked questions on our Instagram from the little Dropbox, just to kind of get the episodes started and just so y'all know like what to expect from our future episodes.
Yes.
So if Giselle want to take it away by introducing yourself.
Of course. Hi, ladies. I am Giselle, and I just want to say thank you for being here with us. We're very excited about this podcast. Just a little about myself. I know you'll get to know us throughout our episodes. But I am a wife and a mother. My husband is Robbie Robs. He has his own show called Robbie Robs. You may know him or not. Follow him on YouTube. He's very funny. And I will say one thing I do love is working out in the gym. I may not look like it. I'm trying to get back on it, y'all. It's been a rough couple weeks. But I'm gonna pass the baton to Anaí because we actually met at the gym. So
yeah, so my name's Anaí. I'm also a wife and a mother. My husband plays for a group called Sensio. So if y'all have heard of them, my husband plays the bass for them. And as far as my interest, so I'd say the gym, family, basically that's just about it. Like that's literally my life. I'm not as dedicated as I used to be to the gym, but I do still try to like stay active and just be healthy with like what I eat and stuff like that. And I try to stay as dedicated as I can to it. It's just like, as Giselle said, like life gets in the way sometimes and it just gets a little bit harder to stay dedicated. But we try to stay as consistent as we can. So as far as how we met, we did actually meet, as Giselle said, at the gym. We met through working out through Strong is Beautiful. I've made a lot of friendships through there, and then
I felt like a lot of networking too
has happened there. Yeah,
a lot of boss babes.
So I feel like a lot of y'all know Strong is Beautiful
by Alexia.
Yeah. So that is how we met. We met at one of the 6-week challenges, and we kind of just hit it off. Well, I kind of hit it off before Giselle.
It's because I'm not a morning person, and we were doing like 6 a.m. classes.
Yeah, it was 6 a.m. class, and I'm such a morning person.
I am not.
I'm such a morning person. And I just remember seeing Giselle and just being like, "Oh, she looks cool," and then
you did.
Yeah, and then I was just like,
I told your sister that.
Yeah, and I just remember like just getting along with her, and like we started helping each other out, or like I would ask her like, "Hey, can you help me with this?" and stuff like that. And then it kind of got to where I don't even remember how we started following each other on Instagram. But we started following each other on Instagram, and that's how we kind of stayed more dedicated to like the challenge, because we'd be like, "Are you gonna go?"
Oh yeah.
In the mornings, it should be like, "Call me," or like text me.
Yeah, if I don't wake up, call me, please.
Yeah, and we just got close after that, and then
we started working out outside the gym, outside of the challenge gym. We started going like to a gym together.
Yeah, and then that's actually how we started. How the topic of the podcast came up. Yeah, we were working out. And I think you were talking about Rob's show. Yeah, and then it's Rob's show is where he interviews people and stuff like that. And then I kind of told her, I was like, when she started talking about it, I kind of like sneaked it in there, and I was like, you know what? I was like, I've been wanting to start a podcast, and she was like,
me too.
Yeah. And so I was like, shut up, and she was like, yeah, and like we just started talking about it. And it's something that Giselle's been wanting to do, I feel like, for a longer time than me. I feel like I barely wanted to start a podcast this year because I just started listening to podcasts this year. And even though this is going on YouTube, I was very scared of YouTube, which is why I wanted a podcast. But haters are everywhere. Well, I know my own flaws and stuff like that. And so if you want to hate on us,
I hate on me too.
Yeah, I hate on me too.
We're trying to build that self-confidence, which I want to go to that. I've always, I want to say I started listening to podcasts back in 2018, and I always wanted to do it, but I couldn't do it with myself. Like, I was just too shy, not confident enough, and I just never, like, took the initiative to actually do it. And then when I met Anaí, and I was just like, you know what? Like, that would be pretty cool, like, us.
Doing it together.
I don't think I've ever met anybody that I hit it off so quick. Like,
Yeah.
I love my besties, but like I feel like I've never actually like hit it off that quick with somebody.
Yeah.
And me and Anna did, even though we're like opposite, but we're also the same.
Yeah. Like I feel like our values and stuff are the same.
Yeah.
But we're opposites.
Yes.
So I feel like it works. Which also like getting the podcast started, guys, it was so freaking hard because we're so different. Like we're the same, but we're different. Coming up with the logo.
Oh yeah, sorry. Logo. Shout out to Rolly.
Yeah, and we apologize.
He dealt with us.
We apologize for going with the first logo.
I know.
After looking at like 3 different ones. Was it more than
like
3?
4 or 5.
Yeah. And then we ended up going with the first one.
The first one.
I love our logo now.
I do.
At first I was kind of like, I feel like it looks more hippie vibes. Like more Giselle vibes. Like what you like. And then I was like, I feel like it's not very much my vibe. But then when we finally got, I was like, you know what? Like just go with the first one. Like out of all of them, I like the first one the best. And then when we got like the final one and we got like the little singled out logo, I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. Like I just feel like it, I don't know what it was. I think I was just overthinking it when I was
I think you were, because when we first got it, you were like, I love it.
I love
just
it.
Pay him, like right now, like get it. And I was like, I don't think we should do that. Like I feel like we should still like explore our options, our ideas.
Yeah, so it wasn't my fault originally. No,
it was my fault. I shouldn't have let her think too much about it.
Yeah, no, but
I do love our logo.
I love our logo too. It's so cute. I want to get our logo. So obviously, like our podcast room, like it's not like completely 100% what we wanted it to be, but it is the vibes that we were going for.
Yes.
And hopefully with time we're able to get like our logo on a little neon sign. So for now we have like this live sign back here, which is also very cute. Shout out to Amazon. And basically, yeah, so that's how we started talking about the podcast, and we discussed basically what we wanted the podcast to be about. So for me, I feel like we both kind of agreed. Like it was like we wanted to be like women empowerment. We want Ja to feel comfortable here, to feel like it's okay to not be okay, and to not be 100% yourself, or like give 100% of yourself all the time. Like this is like a safe zone for you, because you're not the only one that feels like that. You're not the only one that doesn't have it together 100% of the time, because I guarantee you it's all of us that don't have it together all the time. So that's basically what we wanted the podcast to be about. What I wanted it to be mainly focused on. What about you?
I feel like for me, I can backdoor on that a lot, because obviously those are like, we're big, we want to be big on like women empowerment and women support. But I feel like also like a great reminder, and like you said, I really like how you said safe place, because I want it to be a great reminder for women that give yourself grace. Like life is hard, life throws everything at you. Like starting this was really hard, because I kind of jinxed us and I said we were gonna like drop October 1st week, whatever, and then my kid got COVID, and then I got the flu the next week, and then my mom got the flu the next week, and then I was like, what the heck is going on? And obviously the flu is like very contagious, so I wasn't gonna come over here and like give it to
around. Like it's going around. And even before then, my daughter was sick. My Lynn had been sick, and we thought it was the flu or COVID or something. So the week before Robbie got sick, my daughter got sick.
Yes.
And I had to take her to the doctor too, but she was negative. So it was the week of Hocus Pocus.
Oh yeah, when it came out.
Yeah, when it came out. And so we had like a little movie night, but I wanted to make sure that she wasn't contagious or anything. So then like Giselle texts me like that Monday after the movie, and she was like,
Robbie's sick. And then I was like, he had a fever, so I'm gonna take him to the doctor, because my son is in school, and I was like, well, I need a doctor's excuse for not sending him to school. No, but you were like, should I send him? Should I take him to the doctor? And I was like, oh yeah, what does it hurt? Like, just take him to the doctor. Yeah, and then I was like, well, I think I really should, because I need a doctor's note.
Yeah.
Like, for him missing school. And then they were like, yeah, he has COVID. I was like, what? COVID still exists?
Yeah, and then she texted me, and I was like, at first I like was like, wait, did Mylin give him something? And then I was like, no, wait, because Mylin tested negative. And then I was like, oh my god. And like there was obviously kids running around like that Saturday with him, but nobody was sick, thankfully. So I think it was just like really quick on him. Like as soon as he got it was as soon
but
as
I mean, he could have got it anywhere.
Yeah, honestly,
like, literally anywhere. And then like I was only with him, and then for them to tell me I had the flu, I was like, how? I've been with my kid who has COVID.
Who has COVID?
That didn't make no sense.
It didn't make any sense, but
sorry, off topic. Like when I'm going into the motivation or like what I expect out of this, like life is hard. Obviously, y'all know we're moms and wives, and we still work an 8 to 5, and we're still trying to keep a healthy lifestyle sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But your kids get sick, you get sick, life gets hard. It's hard.
It's hard.
So I like that you said I want it to be a safe place, because I feel like a lot of women don't have that.
Yeah, and I feel like nowadays, on social media, you only see like the perfect side. I feel like you had mentioned that before.
Yes, so like the lifestyle, the perfect side, the gym side, or even like the stay-at-home moms, like where they just have it like the aesthetic vibe of just having life together, and it's like
it doesn't always happen that way. I think like last week I had posted, like, I think it was on Tuesday, like, it's okay not to start on Monday.
Yes.
Because I didn't start work, like I don't remember why I didn't work out that Monday. I think I was just very exhausted from the weekend. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym on Tuesday. And so I did. I woke up, I took my daughter to my mom's house. I went to go work out. I came home. I made my bed, which I never ever make, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make it. And I usually don't make it in the mornings because we're always rushing out the door.
Yeah.
So we'll make it either when we come home or we just don't make it that day. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you know what, like, I'm gonna make the bed. And I was stressing because I was like, oh my god, like I'm not gonna have time to get myself ready for work. Yeah. And I was like, and then I looked at the clock and I was like, it took me 5 minutes to make my bed. So I was like, I feel like I put it in my head that I don't have the time to do that, and I do. Yeah. So that whole week I made the bed, also because we were going out of town, so I didn't want to come home to like a mess. Mm-hmm. And I made the bed, I picked up the room, I showered, I got ready for work, I made me my breakfast, I packed my lunch. It was like a really good morning, and I did post that, but I also posted like, it's okay not to start on Monday, because that was Tuesday. Monday, yeah. I was 10 minutes late to work. I was like, so it doesn't happen like all the time. Like, you don't have that perfect schedule. I don't really feel like anybody has that perfect schedule, because things do happen.
But I feel like, sorry to interrupt, but I feel like social media just portrays like this perfect lifestyle, the aesthetic, and then I feel like a lot of women get depressed because
they're like, I don't have that.
Yes, like, I don't have it together. I don't have this. Like, I'm not, or like women, you know, they get sad or they have mom guilt when they're like, I prioritize getting in a workout over like spending such and such time or doing something with my kid, or but like, you matter too. Yeah. And mom guilt is like a big thing.
And I feel like, especially like in the Hispanic community, I feel like in the Hispanic community, moms are kind of like left to the side. Like, you forget about yourself, and your priority is like your husband, or I mean, even if you're not married, like, it's your kid. Like, it's your kid and it's everybody else, and then you're last. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's something that I didn't realize, like, I was even doing that until I joined, like, Alexia's challenge. Mm-hmm. And I started, like, working out and stuff. And then, like, after the first 6 weeks, I was like, you know what? Like, I feel like myself again. I feel like myself before I became a mom. I feel like myself before I was married. I feel like myself before I had gained the weight. So I feel like
I can backdoor on what you said, because I was, like, before I had my son, like, I was all about working out, like, hardcore, eating right. Like, girl, I would go, like, run and then go to the gym. Or go to the gym and then go run, like, 5 miles. Like, who the heck? I don't even know who that lady is anymore.
You would run?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I can't remember.
Girl, one time I ran 10 miles for fun. Who does that? Who is that? That's not me. That was not.
Yeah. And I feel like you lose yourself as a mom. Like, you lose yourself after having a kid.
But I didn't feel like, I know how you felt like a little depressed more, or like you had to find yourself. For me, it was a little different. Like, I just didn't care about the gym no more.
Oh, okay.
Like, it wasn't my not that it was a priority over your kid or nothing like that, but it just didn't interest me anymore. Like, I was so, like, focused on, like, being a mom, and that was, like, probably the first year. Like, it was just, like, it just brought me so much joy, and I just lost interest in the gym, and then I let myself go after that first year, and that's when it hit me, like, fudge, like, I've gained a lot of weight.
For me, I didn't gain weight the first year, like, because
Well, after the first year,
Yeah.
like I gained a lot of weight.
Yeah, after the first year I
Yes.
gained weight. Yeah.
I was
So,
like, oh my god.
and then that's where I was going
Yeah.
before, like as a mom, or like as when you become a mom, you lose so much of yourself.
Oh, yeah.
And like you're always putting everybody else first. Or even if you're not a mom, even if you're not a wife, even if you're not in a relationship, if you're the type of person that puts everybody else's
Other
needs
people.
before yourselves, and then you're like, you leave yourself last, like I've learned that you have to take care of yourself first, like
Yes.
mentally. And for me, what helps me take care of myself mentally is like being motivated or dedicated to the gym, or like eating healthy. When I eat healthy and like I'm working out, I feel like I'm at the best mom I can be. I'm like mentally,
The
you
best
know,
wife,
like
the best
I'm the best
mom.
wife,
Yeah.
I'm the best mom, and that's what works for me. And I feel like it took me like a long time to realize that I have to take care of myself mentally before
Yeah.
I'm able to take care of like my family. And I feel like in the Hispanic culture, like it doesn't happen.
Oh yeah, like women don't matter.
Yeah. And I feel like now that I know that, like I used to feel like that mom guilt, like, oh my gosh, like I'm waking my daughter up to go to the gym or whatever. But I don't get that anymore, because she gets a better mom out of me, because I'm able to wake her up early, and because like I'm able to go work out. And yes, I sacrifice, because we also work, so it's hard for us to like want to make time to go work out, go work, and like working out is another hour or 2 hours that we're not with our kid, and then we go and work like 8 hours for like, and we miss out on that too.
Exactly.
So it's really hard. And that kind of wraps into like what our most asked question on the Instagram poll was, like how do we stay motivated? And so basically, like for me, like that's what motivates me. And then I know for you, like I know staying motivated is like, it's hard. I mean, for everybody, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like
I'll say this, like how I said, like I kind of lost interest in the gym after I became a mom. I think what got me back into focusing on my health was my health.
Okay.
Because my family is like really big on diabetes and having heart issues.
Yeah.
And then my mom got diagnosed with diabetes, and
gosh.
I was like, and she felt like super sick, and I would see it, and I was like, oh my god, like I'm gaining weight. I know I am. Like I know I was gaining weight, and I was like, I don't want to get there. Like I don't want to have to. And then she had to like give herself insulin, and my aunt too. She has to give herself insulin.
Goodness.
And well, my mom's gotten better, right? Her health, thank you, Jesus. Her health has gotten better, so she doesn't have to do insulin no more.
Oh, that's good.
But I saw when she had to, and then like my aunt,
and it scared
my
you.
aunt, yes, my aunt's diabetes, and then like something happened recently, with my husband's family too, and I was like, I really need to take my health like more serious. It's not just about, obviously feeling good is feeling good, right? But your health is precious, like you said. You have a better, your daughter has a better mom. Well, your daughter will also have a mom a little bit longer. You know, God forbid anything happens, like that you can't have control over.
But this is something that we have control over.
Yes, like you're making decisions that are bettering your health.
Yeah, I think about that all the time, because my grandma and my dad both have diabetes, and they don't have diabetes from like food, like it's just in their genetics. Like my dad, and thankfully, like my dad's the type of people that listen. Like he.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
a lot of
Mexicans
don't.
Yeah, he like barely takes any more medicine, but because he has diabetes and it's like genetically in him, I'm like, I run that risk. Yeah. So I mean, it's in our family and stuff, and so that's. I mean, if you think about like the bigger picture, it's really easy to stay motivated on like what you want, not what you want, but it's easy to stay motivated on like working out and eating clean. And even if you don't want to work out and you just want to eat clean, like, oh my god, that makes such a difference. Like it keeps you, and like I feel like when I eat bad, and like I eat bad for that whole week, I'm in the worst mood ever, because I do believe that like this bad food has something in there that's not supposed to be
like
in
processed food.
Yes.
I feel like it definitely like attacks your emotional, mental health. Yes.
And then I feel like when I eat healthy, like my brain is so clear.
Like you eat good, you feel good.
Yes, and it's like, it's so cliche, but it's true. Like you really do feel good, and then like you feel good eating good, and then also like what has helped me stay accountable a lot of the times is like I crave food, right? Like Like my coworkers, they really think that I don't eat bad, and I'm like, no. Like last time, I think I talked to them about a pizza, and they were like, "You eat pizza?" And I was like, "I eat everything. I eat Whataburger too, girl." But they were like just so surprised, and I was like, "No, like I eat bad, but what helps me, like when I really want to stay dedicated to something, I like, of course the food tastes good, right? So that's like the benefit of it. But I ask myself, like, how am I gonna feel after I eat this? Like not just mentally, but like how bloated is this gonna make me feel? And then I'm like, you know what, it's not worth it. Like I don't want to feel bloated. And sometimes I'm like, you know what, it's worth it. I'm okay with feeling bloated. But if I'm really trying to stay dedicated to something like I am like how, if I eat this Chick-fil-A right now, how am I gonna feel afterwards? And then I ask myself, like, is it worth it to you right now to feel this way afterwards? And if it's not, then I don't eat it, especially if I like have a goal.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the best way to stay like motivated is by having a goal. Because if you don't have a goal, like you're not, I mean, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, obviously, like you don't have to have like, okay, I want to lose weight, like this much weight, or I want to do this, or I want to do that. Like, even you saying like, I want to eat healthier, that's a goal. Yeah. So that's what helps me stay motivated.
Yeah. I feel like for me, I definitely think I'm not always motivated. So for me, it's discipline. Like you, like I feel like kind of what you described as being disciplined for that goal. For me, it's definitely like being healthy because my family risk, and then also like discipline. Sometimes I don't want to do it, but I do it. Like I don't want to go do something, but I go, and it might be a crappy workout, but still
you still
moved.
did it, and you don't regret it.
Yeah, like you still moved your body, you still got up, you still did something.
Yeah, and it still helps out.
Yes, it definitely helps.
I mean, it's like I said, like you don't regret it. Like even if it was a sucky workout, like you're not like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have worked out.
Oh, for sure, you never say that.
Yeah, you never say that.
But even sometimes, like your suckiest workouts, sometimes
when you're better. Yeah, or when you're in your suckiest moods.
Yeah, sometimes those workouts are
the best. My gosh, they're the best. Yeah.
Yes.
But as far as like, there's like, how do you stay motivated? And I think you had said, like, when I asked you the question, like, you were like, sometimes I don't.
Yeah, sometimes I don't. Sometimes, like, and I feel like that goes, yeah, I do. I feel like it goes back to, I'm really big on giving yourself grace. Like I said, it's life. Or like, and like I want to backdoor what she said about Mondays. It's not, you know, everybody on Instagram's like, it's Monday. Did you do it? Never miss Monday. And then like, you're like, you feel horrible all day Monday and they're in a crappy mood because you didn't make it.
Yeah.
And it's like, but maybe there was challenges that day that you couldn't make it. Like, give yourself grace. Like, it's not your fault you couldn't make it. Or maybe it was your fault and maybe you're going through something emotionally or mentally and you just couldn't get up that day.
And that's okay.
Yes, that's okay. Yeah. Obviously, don't do it every Monday. But
for me, yes. Like when I used to work, I used to be a teller. So I used to work at Wells Fargo. And the first trainer that I had, his name is Ryan, and he has his little studio thing right there on Fairmont. It's called Team Fit, and like that's where I went, like because he was one of my clients, And so I went there, and I never worked out on a Monday because I to me, like, and even back then, like I wasn't married, I wasn't a mom, I lived with my parents. Thankfully, like I come from a very loving home, and my parents were always like what you work for, like that's yours. Like we were very spoiled in that way. So my Mondays were already hard, like because as a teller, like if you've ever worked at a bank or like anything like that, like that's closed on a Sunday or closed on the weekends and then you open on a Monday, like even call centers, like if you're open on a Monday, like you get all those calls from the weekend and stuff. And so we would be so freaking busy and I just wouldn't work out. I was like, I don't care, I'm not gonna work out. Mondays are hard enough as it is.
Yeah.
Like you're starting off the week, like it's hard. Like sometimes you're tired or anything like that. So it's okay to not do like a thumb rule. Like that's like a thumb rule, like starting on a Monday, and it's like you don't have to. Like you don't have to. And
you could start on a Sunday and miss Monday.
Yeah, honestly.
Like your reset can happen
Any
Anytime of
day.
the
Like
week.
it's whenever your body feels like whenever you feel your body is like, okay, I need a break.
Yeah, that and your schedule too. Some people have like different work schedules.
Yeah.
So maybe a Wednesday is better for them, or Saturday or Sunday, or
Yeah.
like
And
that's
like,
their reset of their weekend.
and I feel like before, like, I mean, before the kids got sick and we got like really busy and stuff, like we love working out on Saturday mornings.
Oh yeah.
Like Saturday mornings.
It's like one of our best workouts.
Yeah, and even Sundays, like it's like, oh my god, and like nobody's at the gym early.
Yeah.
So you have like a lot of space to yourself.
But like during the week we're rushing.
Yeah, during the week we're rushing. And even like if we work out in the afternoon, like we're still like, okay, like we gotta get home to the kids or something like that, or I gotta get home, or like
there's too many people.
What?
There's too many people.
There's way too many people. My
like,
social anxiety could never.
Yeah.
Like I remember like the first time I worked out in the afternoon, like I texted Giselle and I was like, I don't want to get off.
Oh
and
yeah.
I was like, there's a lot of cars here. And I'm like used to working out at 6 a.m. And so I beat that 5 a.m. crew too. Because 5 a.m. is busy too. So I'm like 6 a.m. everybody's gone. Like I think there's like 2 other people when I go work out at the gym at 6 a.m.
But that's not bad.
And that's not
compared to like
no,
30
and they're
people.
only there for like another 10 or 15 minutes because they're just finishing up their set. And then I'm like by myself. So I like working out by myself.
Yeah.
Other than like when we work out together, because I do feel like we push each other.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like
trying to lift light. I'm like, girl, you're strong. She's like, no, I'm not.
I doubt
You
myself.
are.
Yeah, I doubt myself. But
Yes,
I feel like
do.
that helps us stay motivated, like each other. So if you also like want another tip on staying motivated, it's like find yourself a partner. Like find yourself somebody that's gonna want the same goals that you want.
Surround yourself with those people.
Yes, like surround yourself with the people that want the same things that you want. And that like me and Giselle, like we understand like she's like, dude, I'm not gonna be able to make it today because of this, and I'm like, dude, it's fine. Like, and she's like, I'm gonna try to like if I don't go in that morning, like she's like, did you go this morning? And I'm like, no, but I'll go tomorrow morning or stuff like that, and that helps us stay like accountable to it.
That and we give each other praise, like when we don't work out together or something, and I'm like, hey, like I didn't get to go to the gym, but I ran 2 miles. She's like, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
And that goes a long way. Like just saying I'm proud of you.
Yeah, like last week when I did work out like a lot, like you were like, I'm so proud of you. Like look at you, like day 2.
Support.
It was day 2 and she was proud of me.
Yeah, like that support helps
and
a lot.
It helps so much. And I was like, oh, Giselle's proud of me. Like I'm gonna go again tomorrow. Like,
I want another support tip.
Yeah, I want her to text me that she's proud of me again. No, but that's basically like what makes us stay motivated, and like that's basically like how we've discussed this topic, and like we've been like
I feel like just to add something real quick, I feel like this podcast will keep us motivated too.
Oh yeah, for sure, because just always like I don't want to be like how are we gonna be telling people like, oh, this is how we stay motivated, and then we go home and eat a burger,
or
like,
and the next time you see us we're like 10 pounds bigger.
Yeah. And it's
we're like, go work out.
Yeah, we gotta preach. We gotta. How do you say
practice what you preach?
Practice what you preach. Yeah. So I do feel like that's been keeping me accountable. Yeah. Also, Cameron does add 10 pounds, guys. So I'm just kidding.
We 10 pounds less than this.
Yeah. What did we say last time? We're like, if you see me in person, like tell me I look skinnier.
Oh yeah. So I wanted to ask you one question. Like,
okay.
We didn't write this down in our notes, so you're gonna be like, what the heck just happened?
What?
But like, no te hagas así.
I'm gonna cut this part out. I'm just kidding.
No, how they asked us what keeps us motivated. What is something you want to work on to keep you like motivated?
I want to work on my meal preps on Sunday.
Like that's a goal for you?
That's a goal for me, because I feel like whenever I have my meal preps done, then I'm like, I'm not gonna throw this food away, and so I eat that, and it helps me like, I don't know why, just like meal prepping on Sundays like really like it helps me like stay dedicated.
It sets the tone for you for the week.
Yeah, like it helps me stay dedicated so much, and I haven't been doing it. Like I think I meal prepped this week. I did meal prep on Sunday this week, and so I've stayed accountable. Like I stayed accountable with my food on Monday and today, and I mean, you saw the snacks I have in my fridge right now. So I even cut up like my cheese and like rolled up salami for snacks and stuff. Yeah, and so I made sure I just had it in the fridge. So like even if I like don't have it like packed up individually, like if I'm craving something like here at the house, like I'm like, it's already ready. Like I don't have to make it. And I crave that stuff more than I do chips, unless I have Big Tot Cheetos. And so if I have baked hot Cheetos, like I eat my 14. I think it's like, no, baked hot Cheetos is like 30 something pieces that you can eat, and it's like the serving. And so like I'll count them and I'll eat them. But that's what helps me stay motivated. So that's something I could work on.
That's like really good self-discipline because I don't have that.
Yeah. Well, what about you?
For me, I actually brought up this question because I've been thinking about this. At my job, they had like leadership training, and I really enjoyed it. But something they brought up was like keeping like a journal and like writing everything down, like for the like either you write down your goals for the day or for the week, whichever prefers. But I kind of want to do like the daily goals.
Okay, so
I want to do that.
We used to do that at my I used to work for a credit union, and we used to have like this sheet. Oh, excuse me. That we used to have to fill out, and it was like your goals for the day and then like your goals for the week. And honestly, like it helps so much.
Yeah.
Like writing them down, like I would, if I wrote down like my daily goals, like I was gonna hit every single one of those goals.
Really?
Yeah.
I really feel like that would help me. That's a goal for me.
Like, cause it's like you kind of have like a checklist.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you're the type of person that's like, I know I have things to get done, and if it's like on that checklist, like you know you have to do it, I feel like it does help you like reach that goal that you have for yourself for the day. And it can be like anything little, like it can be
washing the dishes.
Yeah, doing some laundry. That's a big thing though.
Yeah, I know.
I hate doing laundry.
But like that's a goal for me. I want to go buy a journal.
Like setting
not a journal, but like a little. I guess a journal, but something with a calendar too. Because remember how we said we do need a calendar?
We do need a calendar for in here.
Yeah, we do. We have like a lot of things, and we need to like plan it out. And I feel like that would help us here with the podcast. But I also feel like that's a goal for me to like write it down.
Yeah.
Like for me, I just feel like it would help me a lot.
It does.
Like, even with our, like with my daily life and like with my workouts too. Like if I were to write it down and be like, okay, Monday I'm hitting this, Wednesday this, Thursday that, and then Saturday this. Like let's just say my goal is to go 4 times a week, but let's just say that I missed on Thursday for some reason, something happened.
Yeah.
I still have that grace to go either Friday or Sunday.
Yeah. I feel like that's why 4 times a week is doable.
Like a goal. A good goal.
Yeah, it's like a good goal. Yeah. And it's like, you know, you can do it. Like, it's like you said, like if you miss a day, like guess what? You still have like 3 more days out of like, the rest of the week to do it.
So I kind of want to do that. That's a goal for me. That's why I brought it up, because I was like thinking about that, and I thought that was pretty interesting. I've never done it, and I don't know if I will. It's going to be a hard commitment because I don't actually just like, I feel like my life is like, I have a boy and he just like everywhere all the time. So for me to just sit down and like write it down is gonna be big.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna
have to make time for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it helps, dude. Like it helps so much. Also, what's helped me this week stay motivated is I actually made an Instagram friend. And her name is Jackie, and she used to do Alexia's class too. And I think that's how we started following each other, but we never took class together. And like we'll just like each other's stories or our pictures, or like she'll post like her progress, or she'll post what she's eating.
Wait, you have other friends besides me?
I do have other friends. I'm just kidding. No, but so I think I don't remember what we were talking about, but like we'll message each other like just anything really. And so and I've never even met her in person, and this is what I mean by like women empowerment. Like I've never even met her in person, but like I can already tell that like I can get along with her, and I would love to meet her in person and stuff like that.
I think I met her.
Yeah,
I think I went on a Saturday and she was there.
Oh, maybe.
I think so.
Yeah, and she like,
well, I didn't meet her, but I think she was there.
She was there, yeah. And she basically was like, let's keep each other accountable this week. Like let's drink like our gallon of water, and like let's just text each other, like let's message each other like what we ate for the day or whatever. And so yeah, and I'm just like, you see, like I know I shouldn't have told you. No, but I feel like you see, like that's like the women empowerment that I'm like wanting for the podcast and stuff. And I'm like it's so easy to be nice like to people, and it's like
it goes a long way.
It goes such a long way. Yes.
Like I said, some women don't have that. Yeah. Like at all.
And that's so sad. I'll be your friend. I love making friends, guys. Giselle knows.
I thought Giselle doesn't. I was like, yes, I do.
No, Giselle does.
I'm just like friends. Not as extroverted as I'm more of an introvert.
And it's crazy because I'm very extroverted, but I have social anxiety. So it's like it doesn't make sense, but in my head it makes sense. Like I'm always gonna be nice to people, But
feel
I
like
think it goes back to my social anxiety.
I don't feel like it's so much of your social anxiety. I feel like for you, it's like if you're in a safe place, you can be yourself.
Okay, yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I
when
have
you,
to feel
like how I
comfortable
met
where
you
I'm
at
at.
Alexia's like challenges.
Yeah,
you
like,
were comfortable. You were in a
yeah.
safe place. It
No,
didn't
that's
matter if
true.
you didn't know the girls around you because you didn't know me, and you were still yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
For me, I am an introvert. Like I'm more shy. I do scope out people first before I get to know them. Also, I feel like we'll get into this another day, obviously, but I do feel like my past trauma and my childhood and all that played a big part in why I'm such an introvert and I'm to myself.
Yeah, why you keep more to yourself.
Yes,
yeah,
I do feel like that. But I am super nice. I may have an RBF, but I am very nice.
It just so doesn't mean, guys. Like if you ever meet her in person, like she'll probably mean mug you first, but she's not. But
I don't even mean. I don't even like. Yeah, I literally don't even know I'm doing that. Like people are like, "Why do you look so mad?" I'm like, "I do." I was like, "I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable." Like I don't know.
Yeah, but no, I feel like
I'm actually like a really teddy bear.
Yeah, I do feel like you have a really big heart. Like when everything.
I'm very emotional.
If I
ever, y'all see me crying,
I'm like a girl mom. I have a daughter only, right? And I'm convinced that if I have another kid, it's gonna be another girl, which I'm fine with. Like I love being a girl mom. But if I ever have like a son, I hope my daughter-in-law loves me as much as like Giselle loves her mother-in-law. Stop, because I'm gonna cry right now.
I do love my mother.
Yeah, I know, and she has such a big
She's
heart,
like my
guys.
bestie.
Like Giselle comes off as like very like RBF. Like she looks so mean. Like when I first met her, I was
not
like,
so mean.
No, you do look mean. And like, when I first met her, I was like, she looked like those girls that do CrossFit. I was like, she's gonna throw a freaking weight at me or something. But she's not. She's like, she has a really big heart and she's really, really nice. And she does so much for everybody. And I feel like as we talked about it, like how we always take care of everybody else and then we leave ourselves for last. Why are your eyes watering?
Because you made me cry.
But
I told you I'm emotional. Y'all can catch us crying on here.
Yeah, honestly, my eyes are tearing up just watching her tear up. But she does have a really big heart, and I feel like we both have a really big heart. But I mean, I understand why you're like more like you're more like you step back a little bit and you observe, like you say, and then you're like, okay, like if you're comfortable with the person, then you're like more yourself. And you get to let people know like the real you. And I'm very much like I
just
feel like
out there.
I feel like I wear my heart on my sleeve and I'm very much out there, and I'm like, I mean, not to toot my own horn or whatever, but I'm really nice, guys. Like
you are.
I'm really nice, and I always try to make
friendly.
Yeah, I'm very friendly, and I always try to make everybody feel comfortable. And that's what we want to bring to the podcast, and like that's what
two different personalities.
But with like the same values and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because
but we're too different. Like I said, we're different in that aspect. Like
we even like grew up differently and everything.
Two different visions.
Like we have so many topics to discuss on the podcast, and like we cannot wait. But I feel like that's a good note to end it on for today's podcast.
Like we're so excited. If we could keep talking on, we would.
We would, but we don't want to bore y'all, and we do want to save a lot of the topics for like focus points for future podcasts or stuff like that. And I feel like as Giselle said, like because we're so different, we have two views to bring into like every topic that we discuss, as far as like how we were raised, or like what we think about things.
I just think different point of view.
That's what I meant to say. Yeah, different point of views, stuff like that. And I feel like it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be so much fun. But please leave more questions. We'll leave a Dropbox probably tomorrow morning after this episode drops, so it'll be Friday. We'll leave a Dropbox for more questions asked on there. I think we have like 2 more, because most of them were like, how do we stay motivated? We did have one.
We don't say
No, we don't. No.
I thought you were gonna say them. I was like, don't say
and then so that's basically like what they were all like what the majority of them were was like, how do we stay motivated? And I feel like we did touch that topic really good today.
Very good.
And I'm really excited to do more episodes. Let us know what you want to hear on our next episode. Maybe your question will be the next one that we answer. And then also we do want to let you guys know that starting in January, more than likely, this is going to be like our season 1. So as far as season 2, we do want to bring other women into the podcast.
Boss babes.
Yeah, and we want to interview you guys. So if you want to be one of those girls that wants to be interviewed onto our podcast, and you feel comfortable being on the podcast, send us a DM,
Please.
and then we can bring you on, and you can be one of our guests, and we get to meet you in person. And then, do you have anything else to add to that?
I do want to add that we will be on SoundCloud, Apple.
Is it SoundCloud, Spotify?
Oh, it's Spotify. I'm sorry, not
Spotify.
SoundCloud. Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
Yes.
and YouTube.
And YouTube. So please subscribe.
Yes.
And our TikTok.
Oh yes, we have a TikTok. We haven't really posted much on there, but we will.
Yeah, we have our TikTok. Subscribe to our TikTok, or follow the TikTok. Yeah,
and Instagram.
And subscribe to
share
our YouTube
this with
channel.
all your chicas.
Yes, please do. And I feel like that's it.
Yeah, thank you, ladies.
So thank you guys for
joining
listening. We'll see y'all next week with another episode.
Bye. Love y'all.
Bye.